What do you get when you decide to disrupt a growing slasher movie franchise with a pod people movie about masks that kill children? You get Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Halloween 3 is the kooky, obscure footnote in the long-running Halloween franchise, which most people would relate to the pale-faced serial killer Michael Myers. In this third entry, Michael is seen only on a TV commercial for John Carpenter's original film. Concrete evidence that Season of the Witch takes place in a different universe where the Myers Halloweens are fictional entertainment and are not real-life occurrences as they are in Halloween and its countless sequels in differing timelines. Now, I'm a huge Halloween fan. The John Carpenter original is one of my top 5 favourite films of all time. And even though the sequels, remakes and reboots have all had their ups and downs, they're entertaining, scary and brought something interesting to the table with each entry and every director bringing their vastly different styles of filmmaking. I could talk for ages about the Michael Myers films in the franchise, and I certainly will in an upcoming video, but the purpose of this video is to focus on Season of the Witch and the impact it's made on audiences and myself since its release in 1982. If you're a Halloween fan, you know the story. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill created Halloween, which was a massive success in 1978 and for years held the record for most successful independent film. They were roped back in to produce and write a sequel a few years later, another success for all involved. Carpenter had never intended for Halloween to have any sequels or spawn any sort of a franchise. He's actually openly admitted to writing the script for Halloween 2 up late at night drunk. After all was said and done, Carpenter and Hill had seemingly killed off Michael Myers and were ready to move on. The decision was made to turn the Halloween franchise into an anthology series, with each subsequent film telling a different tale based around the festival of Samhain. An intriguing idea, and one that could have gone in a very interesting direction. But when Halloween 3 hit cinemas and audiences discovered that Michael Myers and Laurie Strode were nowhere to be seen, although Jamie Lee Curtis can be heard, they didn't turn up to fill the seats, and Season of the Witch earned only a fraction of the first 2 films, and generally negative reviews from critics and fans who were expecting something completely different to what they received. The underwhelming response to Halloween 3 ultimately dashed any hopes or plans that the Halloweens would continue as an anthology series. 6 years later, Michael Myers was resurrected in Halloween 4, opening at #1 at the box office and stapling the series as Michael's domain, up there with other 80s slasher icons, Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. Halloween 3 quickly became the forgotten obscure misstep in the series for fans, but over time has gained more appreciation as a standalone horror film. Admittedly, I was one of those fans who was all about Michael and I didn't really want a bar of Season of the Witch, but rewatching it as an adult and of the perspective of standalone Halloween film, it has a lot going for it and is for me a well-crafted, slickly made, funny but spooky film that deserves a lot more love than it often gets. There's slick direction by frequent John Carpenter collaborator Tommy Lee Wallace, and pretty good performances. Tom Atkins plays a drunken, cradle-robbing, sleazy doctor named Dan, who gets caught up in the bizarre death of a rambling man who ends up in his hospital one night. The seemingly crazy man's too young for Dan to hook up with daughter, played by Stacey Nelkin, shows up and convinces Dan to find out more about how he died, leading them to the sleepy and Irish-laden town of Santa Mira, and the silver shamrock factory where the malevolent Conal Cochran, played by Dan O'Herlihy, makes the masks that hide a nasty surprise for the children who wear them on Halloween night. These masks are aptly named the Halloween 3. What a coinkydink. Cochran loves a good joke and is a fan of the macabre element of Halloween night. He's actually used portions of Stonehenge to make these killer masks with the assistance of human-looking robots with quite neutral expressions. Confused yet or laughing? Yes, it's a nutty plot, but for me it doesn't take away from the entertainment I get out of watching this film. Dan O'Herlihy as Cochran is the standout performance of this film. He is creepy, humorous and menacing, stealing every scene he appears in, and also delivering one of the most spine-chillingly excellent monologues in horror film history. I particularly enjoy hearing him saying, "The hills run red." Beautiful. An excellently atmospheric and very 80s synth score by the brilliant Alan Howarth with collaboration by John Carpenter sets the tone for some dark and malignant moments throughout the film. I'm all in when these two collaborate because they are fantastic at constructing eerie and dread-laced drones and musical interludes, elevating each film they have contributed to. I think it's a supremely underrated film that really should be essential Halloween viewing, even if just to drive people bonkers with a silver shamrock commercial jingle. Halloween 3 has a twisted view on capitalism and greed, as well as the power of media and advertising. The kills in Halloween 3 are downright brutal. Breaking skulls, decapitation, laser beam to the face, a power drill to the head, a bunch of human-looking robot deaths involving way too much orange juice, and most shockingly, and very likely the most famous scene in Halloween 3, a mask crushing a head complete with icky bugs and a snake. Special effects makeup by Tom Berman is incredibly visceral and creepy. I always enjoy the use of practical effects in film, and the 80s was definitely a golden era for this, before CGI came into the scene during the 90s and is now in contemporary film quite a lot. Something that really stands out for me in Season of the Witch is the ominous atmosphere each scene creates. The use of long shots and the excellent camera work by Dean Cundey, using lighting effectively and complementing the sound effects and synth-heavy score to create brilliant moments of tension and suspense, along with some well-timed jump scares. It's great to see Halloween 3 grow a devoted following over the years as a standalone 80s horror classic. Even Michael Myers fans can now accept it as one of the bunch. The Halloween 3 masks even make a brief appearance in David Gordon Green's Halloween in 2018, amongst a plethora of other Halloween franchise Easter eggs. It's certainly a divisive entry in the Halloween canon, but Season of the Witch for me was entertaining, atmospheric, funny and scary, and it also packs a bit of a satirical punch. Fans of Halloween who haven't seen this movie or kind of brush it aside should really revisit it, because I think it still is quite a good entry in that franchise despite having nothing to do with Michael Myers. Thanks for watching. Now go and watch Halloween 3 and let me know how much you enjoy that Silver Shamrock jingle. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content from Road to Nowhere Films. And until next time, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it!